We're back. Yeah, that's what happens when you work with freezes on you. Trying to get her back on so we can do a closing and you guys can figure out how you can work with Anastasia. Um, the frequency coding was so powerful. I could feel my whole like freaking head um, pop up. But yeah, let's try to get her back on so we can close this down. Uh, Come check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a session with her last Thursday, and it was incredible because we were just chatting to see how I want to see how our gifts work, and we got to play a little bit. So you guys, this was a little bit more. She's here, bringing her back on. So what happens when you work with energy? You know what it is? Because I didn't do the prayer before. Because normally I'll do a prayer where I'm like, let's make sure the Wi-Fi stays strong, spirit. Like if you want this to work, but
That's
we're
funny.
here, we're live. Part
That's,
2. I just figured we can close it out a little bit and have you kind of share how people can connect with you. Obviously, Facebook is easy, but you can put your link on this live and the other live. That way people can book a session with you and get to know you. And then we can invite them all to come play in Magic School because this is the type of stuff we do in there. It's always a good time. It's always different. Like we said, you know, when we're getting into a session or a class or whatever it might be, I never know what's going to happen between Magic School and Celestial Cash Codes. Like I don't have a clue. I just show up, and whoever shows up controls the energy and the needs of the class. So when we're doing cash codes, I mean, you've witnessed it. You've been there. It's different every time, right? Sometimes we're doing a refresher, or you know, we're diving deep. And with Magic School, I go to the level that everybody is at. So whoever's ready to start to share their gifts, um, you know, I told you the other day, I was like, you're coming in and we're going to start, you know, going at it, because there's times where there's so many gifted people in that class too, where they either don't know how their gifts work, or they haven't been practicing them, right? Like they haven't been actually doing them. And that's that space that we've created in Magic School. When I ran it for 2.5 years, it was just people went from not being able to do anything. That's how they came in, to, you know, having such talented gifts.
mm,
So, you know, and when you can start to understand how you work, because that's my gift, is the ability to mimic your gifts and explain them, right? Explain them back to you. So like I almost like imprint, like it comes into me, I know how to work it, and I say, okay, here's I break it down like a labyrinth. We work backwards. And I say, well, this is how it works, and this is what you're doing, and this is how it's helping, etc. You know, but then I have the ability to do it after. So like that's like kind of like my parting gift is, oh, I get to do what you did. So there's some crazy shit that I can do that I picked up over, you know, the 3 years now doing this class, um, where what you did here was so beautiful, and I know that you have so many more gifts that are going to come online over the next like year and a half for you, where this is going to be like a cakewalk for you. Like it's just like,
mm,
you know, you're gonna be like, how the fuck did I do that? Because there's a lot of times where I sit there, I'm like, how did we just do that? How did that happen? What was that? Right? You know. But yeah, share a little bit about where people can reach you, what type of because you don't just do this session, right? Like you do other stuff.
right. Yes. I'm just taking everything in that you said. Yeah, and I highly
Sorry, so much shit.
recommend your cash codes and the magic school. And I love, Sierra, that you know, uh, I mean, this is not a course, right? You don't have a course and a book that you're following. You're like, whoever shows up, it's what they need. And there aren't that many people that work like that, or that many teachers that are like, look, we're gonna do a lot, but I don't know what we're doing tonight. It's who shows up and what they need, and how beautiful, because that's what life is, right? Like
Yeah.
it's what you need in the moment. And they're just so I just want to like give you props for that, because there aren't a lot of people that roll like that. And it's so important. You're really speaking to, again, who's showing up, and you're working on the whole group. Even when you're working with one of us, you're working with the whole group of people, and then again, the collective. So it's really, really powerful.
Thank you.
And I'm
It took
really
it took a
excited.
lot. It took a lot to get there. I was in the beginning, I was very rigid and had a topic, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna cover this topic. And then shit would hit the fan every class. Like something different would pop in. And that's when I really learned to just trust that, as long as the presence, right? Showing up and being present,
Hmm.
whatever is needed is going to happen, and things are going to come in the way it needs to, it's going to unfold the way it unfolds. And that's kind of how I live my whole life, is really, like you said on the word chart, like trust, right? And I feel like right now I have to almost elevate that level of trust. One, because my teaching is increasing. Like I'm like, think about like going for your doctorate, right? Like I'm at that next level of teaching. um, and also unlocking new gifts with, or tightening up a lot of the gifts I have, and then unlocking new gifts within myself too, like a lot of healing work. I know I'm going to be doing a lot of hands-on healing work over the next year, which I haven't done in 8 or 9 years. I don't know, when I closed my massage practice down, like it's been a while. So for me, I'm like, oh, what do I do with my hands? How do I move? But then like I've been practicing on just on myself, right? Like I was really sore the other day, and I started doing, like, my legs have been sore from the gym, and I've been like putting my hands on, and like almost like you said, how you could see like the cells and the DNA and the coding and stuff. Like that's what I've been like visualizing. I don't know if it's coming off of you, like the gift, like from you working on me the other day, but I was like, oh, that's new. I could
Hmm.
feel it like shifting underneath my hands, right? So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And I look forward to witnessing you and seeing what's to come, and seeing how much you grow, especially because every time you take on clients, you get that much better, right? Like we just get better and better every time. So
Yeah.
how can people reach you? What's the best
Yeah.
way to book with you?
So I'll put my links in the comments. As I said, my website right now needs some love. So I put my Acuity link. That's what I'll put, my Acuity link. So the booking link has an explanation, and it's
Okay.
everything that I is currently on offer. So if anyone wants like testimonials, or like, I can provide people with that. But I've got individual sessions where we'd be Zooming or on the phone. Most people are fine with Zoom, but I can do phone if they don't want to. I've got clearing reports. Like what I just did with you is a new thing where what we just did, clear the
Mm-hmm.
fear-based, replace with love, give you a code, a number code. So people can do a one-off, or I do a package of 4 where you get 4 weeks, you would get that dropped to you in your email in like a Zoom clip. So you'll hear
Mm-hmm.
my voice. So I've got an ancestral clearing where you don't show up, but you get a printout of, we clear one thing in their lineage,
Mm-hmm.
and you get the voice. What else? So something that I added a couple months ago, which is very cool, is for folks that are like in a different time zone that can't work with me, I can do these sessions, record them, and send them to you.
Mm-hmm.
So if my daytime hours are when you're sleeping, I can certainly do the work and just,
Mm-hmm.
give you the Zoom recording. Um, Rag and Reiki, which I love,
I love
love,
that.
love.
Yeah.
Um, what else? I've got products that you guys can check out, and I am going to be I just did a codes class with 6 people. I kept it really small. I just did
Mm-hmm.
that last week, so I'll wait a couple months. But the next thing that I've got to set a date for is something called Release That Shit. And I work through all
Okay.
12 meridians, and we do what I just did with you. We clear the
Cool.
old stuff and we replace with the new stuff, and just going through. So people will be like, they'll hear a word, and just like you're very attuned. So you're like, this is past
Mm-hmm.
life, this is this. A lot of people aren't as experienced as you. So they'll just feel it and go, yeah, man, I've been holding that shit for a long time.
Right.
So that's it's a group healing.
Mm-hmm.
You just sit back and receive, you know. I have things where you just receive, and you don't have to like talk it out with me and hash it out, because it should be easy.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The shadow work is not fun, and sometimes there's purging, but I do believe healing should be easy. So, and if people have questions, I'm happy to give them my email if they want to text, for, if they have questions. I do a discovery call.
All right. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Well, this was fun. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing your gifts with me and everybody here, for going easy on me. I'm just kidding.
Did I?
Um,
I don't think I
I
did.
don't know. Check in a couple days. I'll let you know. But I love you. Thank you for showing up. And this was a lot of fun. So drop your links on this live and the last one. And we'll
Thank you
play
so
again
much
soon. You're
for your
welcome.
time. Thanks, everybody.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.